comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. Vixen and Blixen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing, children singing, all is merry and bright. So hang your stockings and say your prayers, 'cause Santa Claus comes tonight.
Good morning and welcome to the final edition of the Weekly Buc. I am Maddie here with my co-host Olivia.
Good morning. On this week's show, we focus on getting to know more about some of our teachers here at OHS, as well as some of the clubs and events that are offered here at our school.
So Olivia, did you know that a few of our teachers here at OHS participate in some interesting outside activities?
Yeah, Maddie, I heard Mr. Richardson served in the military for 32 years.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Let's find out some more information about his past experiences.
Hello, I'm Noah Walia, and I'm here with Mr. Richardson, an OHS Social Studies teacher, and he's going to be telling us about some of his military experiences. So, Mr. Richardson, when did you join the military?
February 1998.
And how long were you in the military?
32 years.
And what branch were you in?
I was in the Army, most of the time in the Army National Guard.
Okay. So, what made you want to join the Army?
I'm one of those guys who signed up for the flag. I was in college. I was at an Ivy League university, Cornell, and I was watching my other classmates and fraternity members work really, really hard at work study and all these other things they had to do to pay for college. But my father was wealthy enough to pay my way. And I looked around and I said, but for the grace of God, go, why do I get this? And they don't. And started looking a way to pay back what I perceived was given to me. And I thought, well, wait a minute. Why don't I do something really cool that involves explosions and other things and pay back my country at the same time? And went down and signed up.
Wow. So, Mr. Richardson, I'm sure you're aware of everyone's favorite picture of you. I was wondering if you could give us a little background information about that.
So that was a picture of me when I was doing a patrol with the Afghan police, and those are the three guys you see with me in Afghanistan in an area called Najab. And we were patrolling a small village that allegedly the Afghan insurgents, known as the Taliban, had left. And one of the tactics they used was to say they had left an area when they didn't, and then people would come back in and then they would ambush them. So we were walking around there to make sure that they had in fact left. And most of the time it was myself, my small group, my small team of people, about 6 people, an interpreter, 3 trucks, and a bunch of Afghan police. And we're walking around this sort of surreal, almost picturesque, pretty area, lush, green, mountainous area in Afghanistan, but you had to be careful around every single corner. You just never knew what was going to pop out at you. It was like a terrible living video game. But yeah, that's where that picture came from, because I turned around, someone literally yelled, "Hey, sir!" and all of a sudden snapped a picture. And then I got copies, and I have no idea how it ended up all over the internet. It just did.
Thank you. Okay. So, I'm wondering, what was one of your favorite memories?
I think one of my favorite memories was we were coming out of what is called a CTC, Combat Training Center, known as JRTC in Louisiana. And we were, my unit, which I was leading at that time, the 2nd 101st Cavalry, had done very, very well. And I sat down with the opposing force commander. And these were the guys who were work at that base to drive you crazy. They pretend to be the enemy, and they're really good. They're really, really good. And I was sitting down there talking about what they did and we did and that kind of thing, back and forth. And he looked at me and said, "You gave us problems." And that's a huge compliment coming from an OPFOR commander, for them to admit that you troubled them. And so that my men performed that well, and we had worked really, really hard preparing for that. And so when you're a commander and you find out that your unit does all of these things really, really well, it's like a big brother or father feeling where you're like, yes! And you're so proud of all your guys. You can't beat that.
Thank you. So, one of our final questions is, how would you compare being in the military and leading men to being a teacher and teaching students?
The one thing that crosses over that's very, very different is bearing and confidence and preparedness. So in the military, you have to be able to prepare really, really well and to level up what we'll call a bearing, what they call a military bearing, your ability to carry yourself and stand in front of people and exude confidence and literally lead them. That translates directly into teaching. I stand up in front of a class every day and lead that class. The big difference is, of course, is you're working with you can give the directions, but you can't order them like you can soldiers. I can't make people do push-ups or have them run laps or something. And so that's the big challenge. And so you're trying to pull interest out of your students and get them to actively, willingly participate. And that's not always necessary in the military.
Thank you for your time and your service.
That's pretty impressive if you ask me.
Unfortunately, I didn't ask, but I'm still pretty impressed. Thank you for your service, Mr. Richardson.
Oh, anyways, speaking of hard work, did you know Mr. Reed has a pretty lengthy wrestling career?
No, I didn't know that. Let's check in with him and Parker to hear more about it.
I'm here with Mr. Reed today. We're going to ask him some questions about his wrestling career. How old were you when you started wrestling?
I was 9 years old when I started wrestling.
And where are you from?
Mexico, New York.
So you wrestled at Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico high school.
And where has wrestling brought you today?
It's given me every opportunity in life. It showed me how to work hard and, pursue my dreams. I went to college at Brockport. I got my bachelor's degree and master's degree. My bachelor's degree is in phys ed, and my master's degree is in athletic administration, so someday I want to become an athletic director.
And you're coaching the varsity team at Oswego right now, right?
I'm volunteering for the varsity team. I'm the head modified wrestling coach. Eventually I want to move up to our varsity program.
And how do you think your season's going to go this year?
Right now we're doing pretty well. We're 1-0 right now. We have a tough match tomorrow against West Jenny. Thursday we wrestle Hannibal, and then we go to Cato on Saturday.
That's good. Thank you, Mr. Reed.
No problem.
Looks like he's pretty passionate about his wrestling.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of their season goes.
Let's check in with Isaac and Mrs. Smith to talk about her hobbies outside of OHS.
Hello, I'm Isaac Cruel. Today I'm going to be interviewing Mrs. Smith about her part in Tamarack and all that good stuff. I'm here with.
Mrs. Smith.
Could you tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you do?
I am a 9th grade English teacher here. I also help teach in yearbook. I've been here for 8 years.
Wow. So I heard you were a student here at OHS, is that true?
It is true.
Did anyone here have like a part of you becoming a teacher and specifically teaching here?
Absolutely. My favorite teacher was Mr. Sullivan. He was my English teacher in 10th grade and 11th grade. I enjoyed him so much and just really pushed me into wanting to teach English to young people.
Do you have any like main hobbies outside of school?
I do. I really enjoy golf, and I'm very fortunate that my parents own a small public golf course in the community.
That golf course is Tamarack, right?
Yes, Tamarack Golf Club.
Do you have any like main priorities there, like stuff you do there?
Yeah, I kind of am considered the clubhouse manager. I help hire new employees. I'm in charge of coordinating leagues and tournaments. I do a lot of the behind the scenes paperwork and the like.
You enjoy golfing yourself?
I do, actually. I was on the golf team from 7th grade through 12th grade as a student here at the Oswego High School, and I continue to play for leisure.
Well, thank you, Ms. Smith, for joining us today and telling us about yourself and your hobbies and your experience at OHS.
Thank you for having me.
I'll have to look into checking out Tamarack Golf Course once the weather gets warmer.
While we're still in the winter seasons, let's hit the slopes instead and check out some ski club information.
Oh my God, Olivia, did you know they offer ski club here at OHS?
I sure did, Maddie. Ski Club is a club offered here at OHS for anybody and everybody to hit the slopes. For more information, go to Ms. Gills at the email below.
Now let's check in with this year's ski attendees and see what they have to say for this upcoming season.
Hi everybody, I'm here with
Chloe.
and I'm here with
Addie Britt.
And how excited are you guys for the ski club season?
I'm really excited.
Really excited. So have you guys ever skied before?
No.
So what are you guys most looking forward to this season?
Probably like the ski lift with my friends. Just to learn how to ski.
Hello, Bucks. Today I'm here with
Lila Lukowski,
Caitlin Colasurdo, and today I'm going to be asking them a few questions about skiing. So, guys, how long have you been skiing for?
4 years.
Never. And what's your favorite ski slope?
I like Jacoby.
What are you excited about for the upcoming ski season?
Just learning how to ski and being able to ski with my friends.
Okay, thank you.
Am I here with?
Grace Dawson.
And Grace, how long have you been skiing?
Since I was like 8 years old.
And who's your favorite ski lift buddy?
I'm gonna have to say Matt Dawson.
Thanks, Grace.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bucks. Today I'm here with ski club members
Maddie Dawson.
and
Liam Shield.
today I'm going to be asking them questions about ski club. Okay, guys. So what are you most excited for ski club this year?
Skiing with my friends.
I'd have to say dinner.
Good choice. Good choice. And who is your ski lift partner?
Liam.
Yeah, Maddie Dawson.
Now we're here with Carly.
And Clementine.
And how do you guys deal with the cold during ski club?
Usually it gets pretty hot actually.
Yeah,
With all the warm layers.
well, Clem, what's your favorite slope to ski down?
The Blue Diamond.
Hopefully we are able to sign up next year. It sounds like a fun experience.
I'm not sure if the slopes are for me, but the stage definitely is.
Are you sure about that, Olivia? Let's save the acting skills for the Newsies cast.
Okay, let's check out some musical updates.
My name is Caleb Ramirez, and who am I with?
I am Miss Windhausen. I teach at OMS.
And I have a few questions for you about the musical. So how long have you been doing a musical for?
The musical here at OHS, or musicals in general?
Musicals in general.
Since I was in 4th grade, I've been doing musical theater. So a year or two.
What's your favorite musical that you've done?
My favorite musical that I've been in is a musical called The Bridges of Madison County. It's based on a book. The music was by Jason Robert Brown. I got to perform it this past 2 years ago at the Red House Art Center in Syracuse.
That sounds really fun. Also, what is your favorite character in the musical that we're currently doing right now?
My favorite character in Newsies. Oh gosh, that's a hard choice. They're all such great characters. Everyone's got a great story to tell. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna say Crutchy, because he's the heartbeat of the show. He is the inspiration. He's always got a positive outlook, even when things are looking bleak and down. He is always got that sunshine outlook on things, even though he's got some physical differences than the other Newsies. He never lets it get him down, and he's always looking on the bright side.
Yeah, I agree. What is your favorite piece from the choreo from Newsies?
Oh boy. Well, I am a tapper at heart, and I love the choreography for King of New York. It's a big tap number. We've got like 25 kids tapping, and it's a hard one, but the kids are really nailing it. So I think I really like King of New York the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good too. What's your favorite music from Newsies?
Oh, that's hard. It's all such great music because it's written by Alan Menken, who wrote, other great Disney shows like The Lion King and The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. But in Newsies, I think I Never Planned on You, because it's got a beautiful melody. It's in the first act. It's kind of a duet between Jack Kelly and the Bowery Beauties. It shows us a different side of Jack Kelly, and it's a really singable melody, and our Nate Carr is doing a great job with it too, so that makes it better.
Yeah, I agree. What do you like and dislike about the show?
So I'll start with dislikes. I dislike that we don't get enough rehearsal time, but the show itself is outstanding. It's a story written for kids, about kids, starring kids. It's about the Newsboys strike of 1899. So it's about kids feeling like their voices aren't heard, which as kids and teenagers, you feel that all the time. Like you feel like adults aren't listening to you. And this is about a group of kids that are saying, no, you will listen to us and you will hear what we have to say. So I think that's my favorite part about the show is just the underlying motif of kids can do things. Don't count kids out of the fight.
Okay, thank you. And what is the cast like?
They're a lot. We have a huge cast of a variety of personalities. We've got seniors all the way down to freshmen. We have actually a children's ensemble this year for the first time in a long time. So that'll be a fun dichotomy to like throw in there to see how the big kids act with the little kids. But the cast is great. They work with one another. It's great to see like the older kids, the seniors, reaching out to the freshmen, right, that have maybe never done a musical here at OHS or ever in general. And it's great to see the younger kids look up to those older students to see, wow, this is something that I could aspire to. I can do this thing. Yeah. So it's a great. The camaraderie is really great, and it's good to see everybody working together. So I think that the cast is full of heart, we'll say that. Yeah.
Last question is, when can people watch Newsies?
Newsies is going up the first weekend in February right here at OHS. You can get tickets online, and you'll see our posters up soon with a QR code that you can scan.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Newsies on a mission, fill the competition, sell the next edition, we'll be out there, carrying the banner, see us out there, carrying the banner, always out there, carrying the banner.
Seems like we'll have to check out the final show in February.
Couldn't agree more.
Finally, let's hear some more information from Mrs. Morse about National Honor Society's toiletry drive.
My name is Kaylee Morse, and I am the advisor for the National Honor Society. And throughout the month of December, we have been collecting toiletry donations for the Human Concerns Food Pantry of Oswego. We have been doing this for about 8 years now after a student leader came to me and said that the Human Concerns Pantry was really in need of toiletry items. And we thought that that could be a great way for the National Honor Society to get involved. Society is collecting toiletry items. These include things like shampoo, soap, conditioner, toothbrushes, toothpaste, and these items are really expensive, and during times of need, these items might be the first that a family is not able to purchase. And so by having these, it's going to help people feel better, it's going to help them be healthier and go into the new year with these vital items. Currently, Ella Warner and Grace Dawson, two NHS juniors, are going to go with me on Friday after school to drop off all of the donations to the Human Concerns Food Pantry. In general, the food pantry is so thankful for these donations, and we get beautiful notes, letters mentioning how many people are impacted and helped. And I love that National Honor Society gets to have this opportunity to support those in need, especially right here in Oswego. We do one other big collection drive in NHS each year, and that's going to be in the spring, where we will collect diapers for the Department of Social Services.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely something worth putting your time towards.
Well, there you have it. That's the final edition of the Weekly Buc for 2024.
See you next year, Bucks.